Was that a long intro or what? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth episode of the UFO Buster Radio podcast, Dealio. And we're doing this a special one. And I've got Green Man with me. And we are going to watch here the feed from NASA. Green Man, you excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I've actually got a text message from my boss saying it's going to happen.
Nice.
Actually, he's out in California with you out there. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see this. So we're going to do the NASA feed live. We're going to do that and share that because, NASA's not going to get upset about that, I don't think. I mean, because they should be cool, right? We're sharing we're sharing their successes. Right? I mean, come on. They should be nice about it.
Free publicity.
Yeah. And I think right now they're doing the first, the first 11-minute burn into the atmosphere. So they're kind of quiet right now. They're not talking too much. You see them, and it's funny that they're all wearing a mask. Isn't that cool?
Safety first.
That's right. Social distancing. Yeah, as a matter of fact, look, they actually are. The tables, the chairs are pretty far.
They're about 6 feet away from each other.
They are not playing around. No kidding. I want to say hello to Mike Ball. Mike Ball is on live. Hey, Mike, we're stealing the feed. That's what we're doing from the blue collar perspective. That's what we do, right? And I've been thinking about this whole splashdown thing because we've talked about it on the podcast for quite a bit. It just keeps coming up. Yeah, that also in the pending hop for the SN5, which that's what I'm really waiting for. So I guess we just have to deal with these space guys, these astronauts coming back, Bob and Doug. I've got to make some kind of a sandwich or a drink after those guys. Chris Newton, welcome to the live chat. Well, that intro was kind of long. I'm sorry about that, but I get excited with that music. Yeah, I know, Green Man, I know you can relate to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big time. I just love the music on the podcast, and I love it on YouTube too. And some people don't agree with that because they're kind of shocked about it. Shocked that there's even music. It's just ridiculous. But here's the thing. While I'm watching this, and we're watching this together, it still kind of boggles my mind that with the Pentagon story, that this almost seems like we're totally going in the wrong direction. Is it just me?
Mm.
We're like behind by a few centuries.
Well, honestly, man, for only developing flight, 80, 90 years ago, and we're in that time we made it to the moon, we can do what we can. It's pretty good. We could be farther out there, and we made it to the moon in 69 and then we just stopped. We could be a lot farther out there by now if we had kept that momentum going, but
yeah, definitely could. But I think that if the story is true, and Mike Ball asked the question, do you think the government is going to show wrecked footage of crashed UFOs? I don't think they will. I think their words are enough, right? I don't think they'll be willing to show stuff, but it does change things. It will change things quite a bit.
Yeah, it may be. If anything, we'll see I think maybe we'll see one little part or something, or a picture of a chunk of something in a hangar, maybe. But things that were still laid out on the ground where they originally landed, and the whole story about where they came from, I highly doubt we'll get all that.
Yeah, it's going to be tight-lipped. I'm pretty sure they'll give us morsels. It's what they do, right? They'll just give you a little bit here and there. And make the mind go bananas, and then the conspiracy theories come up. Because even if they tell us, "Hey, we've got a couple of crashed UFOs, and this is what we were hiding from you guys," well, then the next question is going to be, "So what about bodies? Did you recover any bodies?
Yeah,
were there people in there, or aliens? Not really people, but were there aliens in there?" And we won't get the answers for that. We just it's just not going to happen. Chris Newman says the intro was okay. I really wanted to cut it in half, but what can you do? I was racing against time, so I couldn't be too fancy with it. And it says, do what you want with your podcast. And that's what I try to do. That's what I try to do. Chuck Bam has arrived.
Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck?
Chuck says, this information is in your face 2020. Oh, look, this was a quote that he gave was here from William Casey. That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. You got to keep some things secret, I guess. And, and it's okay. I understand. You can't tell people everything because some things are just not ready for it. But for the love of Pete, how many years, how many decades have we been waiting and them saying no, they're not even interested in it?
Yeah.
Completely nuts.
Yeah, national security is one thing, but when the majority of your country thinks that you already have something, it's time to come clean, at least to a degree.
Yeah, do something. Give us a little something. Come on. But I think maybe the first quarter of next year, we might see a glimpse of it. But then again, kind of like Bob Lazar said, he fully expects that they're going to retract the whole statement altogether. So
that seems to be their MO so far. Change it. We didn't mean this. We meant,
Yeah. Well, in this case, they can even say they didn't even say that because it wasn't a direct quote from the government. It came from Eric Davis.
Yeah. They could just come out and say, "Well, New York Times they're just selling newspapers."
Yeah, that's it. That guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
So right now we're watching them. This is NASA, the folks that we love to hate, and they're there with their practicing their COVID-19 procedures and waiting to for that 11-minute burn so that we can hear back again from the Bob and Doug of spaceflight.
So there's a communications blackout period during when it's coming through to touchdown, isn't there? Because when it's going through the atmosphere, doesn't that
there's like two. Yeah, there's two. There's another one that they were saying earlier lasts about 6 minutes, where there is no communication. And it's funny, they were even taking questions because you see the top chat running there on the side, and they were taking questions. And somebody says, "This is what I mean." They're like, people don't take things seriously, but they're like, "Do they get Netflix during that time?" But to add insult to injury, of course, they decided to pull that question and answer it.
Well, hey, they are close to satellites. You never know. But I mean, I'm sure they're probably pointed in the opposite direction from where they're at. But
yeah. And I don't think. Listen to me. I know these guys are seasoned astronauts and they've done this before. I would think that every time you go through a re-entry or even takeoff, you are sitting at the edge of your seat, just praying or doing whatever you need to do to stay calm.
Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, that's white knuckling time, right there.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I don't. And I wonder who is I guess more concerned than the other. Is it Bob or is it Doug? We'd have to see. They've been breaking into live video feeds from the capsule itself, so we'll see when they get that little window of opportunity if we'll see anything. But hey, Endeavor is coming back. This is going to be exciting, absolutely crazy. So we got that 11 minutes. We're working through that, and just like the guys are talking about in the live chat right now, it would be something if everything changes. If everything changes and they actually commit to letting people know that something did happen, or that they have something, basically some kind of wreckage or something. Because I don't see anything not being impacted by that. Hell, even if Oprah was on TV, she'd be impacted by that. She wouldn't even. No free cars.
I am so surprised that none of it made any of the local news. Everything's only been online that I've seen it so far. I haven't seen one news channel mention, "Oh yeah, New York Times said this," or Pentagon may be releasing this. Nothing. Why isn't that making the news? I mean,
yeah. Well, you know what? To be honest, yeah, it has, but no one's paying attention. Let's see if we can hear some audio from these guys. I think I muted it and I forgot all about it. Hold on a second.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Oh, Doug's talking. Hey, Doug.
We just had a bit of a briefing between Mission Control and Bob and Doug up in Crew Endeavor. Just confirming with them that the deorbit burn was great and that the timing on their pads doesn't need to be updated. We are able to upload new trajectory calculations, including times that remain live depending on how the burn goes. And at this point in time, those don't need to be updated. It is important that they do remain accurate because Bob and Doug, their primary mission right now is to continue to monitor the vehicle status and telemetry and data being presented to them on their touchscreen displays in front of them. And so during the more dynamic events, they certainly want to be aware when things like parachute deploy will be happening and when splashdown is expected. So making sure that the timeline of events, the sequencing is accurate is certainly important in order for them to stay aware and updated.
Yeah, like stay alive, really. That's what you need to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Quick position check.
I would be a ball of nerves right now. White knuckle, I don't know, goosebumps, everything happening all at one time. I'd have the farts, probably farting the whole time, because that is just crazy.
Yeah, it's not a safe trip they're on.
No.
And that's when it really starts to feel the effects of the atmosphere. It starts to experience the lift and drag and other.
A little bit of rattling, I assume.
While flying into near vacuum of lower
Yeah.
orbit. So continuing to drive.
Oh, you got the shirt. Actually, I have it on too.
Looking for an
Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
splashdown. Should just be about 19 minutes from now.
19 minutes. We are here with you, Bob and Doug. That would be a great T-shirt, by the way. The Bob and
As a
Doug.
reminder, we do have
I still think it sounds like a morning radio show.
dip in the Earth's atmosphere and get lower and lower.
Hey, your morning traffic report, Doug, Bob and Doug. It's
Bob and
crazy.
Doug.
8:05.
Eventually heating up the outside of drag to 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit. And
Dang, 3,500 degrees. I still can't imagine with these guys. They go through a lot of training. And there was a little comedy line in have you seen the Space Force on Netflix yet?
Oh, hell yeah. That's
So
hilarious.
So that line when they took him up to the hearing for the budget, and when they were asking about the $10,000 orange. I mean, that line is perfect, and he's right. When you really look at it, these guys they put their life on the line basically to get on these things, be shot up into space, and reentry seems a whole lot worse than actually going up, but it's bad either way, really bad.
Yeah, dude, this isn't like flying to Albuquerque for a freaking stock meeting. This is one small little thing anywhere can implode your ass into a vacuum. And
and you kind of have flashbacks too when you talk about things like this, about what happened to the space shuttle and those accidents, and really those explosions. There is no getting away from them. You're blown to bits.
So good to hear
you
that
completely disintegrate in that.
We saw blue skies and a couple of white fluffy clouds out there.
So I know earlier they had a couple of the live shots from the ships that are in the Gulf to recover the capsule, and that was pretty cool. Nice, clear conditions.
Oh, sweet.
So hopefully we can see that. Maybe they'll bring that up in a bit.
2.5 miles per hour. So
and they're supposed to be landing down in the Gulf. Nice.
Yeah, off of the coast of Pensacola.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. Now, Pensacola, isn't there no, that's Panama Beach, where they have a lot of UFO sightings.
That and Clearwater. I remember they used to have they had a ton in Clearwater back in the day.
82 miles in altitude.
Yeah, Clearwater. I used to love visiting Clearwater because the beach was really nice out there. But yeah, I could see that, And then that one time that they have Stephen Greer had his CE5 situation was where they saw the people say it was flares, but he said it was ET. That was actually off the coast of Florida also. So fascinating, the things that you see off the coast of Florida.
Oh, that explains a little bit about Florida. It can get kind of crazy down there.
That's why I left. No, I'm just kidding.
I still got a buddy that's down there, man. He tells me shit all the time. He's like, dude, you wouldn't believe these people. They're crazy down here.
Mr. Spinks, welcome to the show, Mr. Spinks. He says Eglin Air Force Base is in Pensacola. Well, good. That's a short trip from the Gulf over to the Air Force Base, so that's fantastic for them. There was also a lot of talk about how they're going to get him out the capsule, how they stick him into either a wheelchair or stick him on a gurney and haul them off because they're not going to be able to stand on their own.
It's only been, what, 60-something days?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it took longer for that level of, like, muscle deterioration.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll find it out.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are going to take a victory tour along the ship after this.
Oh, come on.
I can just imagine. Yeah, take a
around
lap.
the deck.
Let me
Go
jog
for it.
around here.
So Bob and Doug will
Oh, that's
stay
hilarious.
fastened in their seats.
Yeah, the good idea, Bob and Doug. Stay fastened.
Yeah.
Or as you'll hear it called LOS, is anticipated to last for just 6 minutes.
Good.
Okay, there goes the loss of signal. Yeah.
During
Yeah.
the blackout period,
Well, it's better than SOS, so let's keep hope alive.
encounter what's known as entry interface. This is when the capsule is now really in the Earth's atmosphere and beginning to be subject to aerodynamic forces. This is also when a lot of that friction will begin to build up.
Chris Newton says he saw something weird at Camp Blanding when he served in Florida.
We will see you on the other side at 1842.
Chris, you'll have to expand on that. Let us know what kind of crazy
Yeah.
stuff. I know that one of my favorite things was to watch the space shuttle take off in the evening or night missions. That was amazing the way it would just light up the sky like the sun. It was crazy. And I would see that over from Tampa, Florida. So that's how bright that thing was, and it's leaving from the other coast. So fantastic thing to see.
Yeah, it must have been something.
Yeah, and I could just imagine with the Starship, with all the Raptor engines it's going to have, imagine how bright that thing's going to be.
Will reach about 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
And hot.
Do you have any idea, like, power-wise comparison between, like, the Saturn rocket and the Raptor? Like, how many pounds of thrust or something that this thing puts off in comparison?
No, I haven't seen that only because there's going to be so many engines. I think it was like upwards of 30 some odd engines. I mean, the thing is going to be massive. It is just going to be huge. And the weird thing is that if you look at the SN5 right now, it looks huge. It looks significant, but the thing's only going to hold one Raptor engine. So can you imagine one with like 30? That's crazy.
Jeez.
Right. Well, we are right around that estimated blackout time.
And there you go, Chris. Chris says he's seen quite a few launches in his 30 years.
At about 42 minutes after the hour.
But he's got a butt. ...
These next minutes are already less than
He's
6
gonna
miles
divulge the secret here. Come on, Chris, let's hear it.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
During that re-entry, reaching temperatures.
Chris is gonna say the space shuttle program was not real.
100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Actually, I was watching the NASA live stream yesterday, and somebody put in there, it's fake, in the
Jeez.
chat. And dude, that was the only comment I saw NASA reply to. It's real, so and so. That was it. That's all they said.
Yeah, after that he shut it down. You can't after something like that, it's like, geez, what do you do? Chris says he spent the night sleeping in the back of a Deuce and half on the range. I can't Blanding.
For this splashdown off the coast of Pensacola. So
Blackout
period. We're going to continue to stand by.
He's building suspense.
I know, right? He's got everyone in suspense right now. Come on, Chris. Don't do this to us. It's bad enough we're waiting for these guys to splash down.
We're
By the
on
way,
the
I
edge
think
of our
you-
seats.
Yeah, and totally. Well, we're not the only ones, huh?
Yeah.
By the way, thanks everyone for watching. If you take the opportunity to watch right now, this is like a spur of the moment type thing that we put together here just to be part of this historic splashdown on YouTube.
we're going to be looking for those parachutes, and we should hopefully be getting some views from a couple of our assets.
Chris Newman says the white fuzz ball stayed on the ground a quarter mile from me, then launched into space. No noise, none.
Actually lock onto it in the sky and give us an infrared.
See, stuff like that is scary just on its own. Just to be part of a situation like that and not know what the heck is going on.
For the hour, those will be 2 drogue shoots. They're going to come out when the vehicle is still moving in about 300.
Mike says, hope they don't hit any asteroids. Yeah, one of the things I thought about was, would this be an appropriate time to do the SN5 hop? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, they got more important things to focus on right now, like getting these 2 guys back.
Exactly.
Opening up in really 2 different stages.
Chris says it stayed on the ground for 5+ minutes before it lifted off. Did not resemble a missile launch. Well, you see, and that's another thing. When you have someone that's been around so many of things like missile launches, aircraft, and stuff like that, it's hard to say that they weren't able to, really deduce what they were looking at.
10 minutes away.
Yeah. You see something enough, man. You know what it is when you see it again, especially something like a launch. That's not something small that you just kind of blow off. That's a pretty cool event to witness. That kind of sticks.
Getting those cameras ready.
I think Chuck Bam said they never left Earth. Chuck, are you talking about Bub and Doug? Bub and Doug?
Yeah, Chuck, they're in a warehouse in Toledo filming.
Should still have about 3 minutes.
Let's see, what famous director could do it now?
Anticipate reacquiring our
Could be faking the Crew Dragon launch and re-entry.
I don't know. Spielberg's still up and going. I don't know. Maybe Lucas, if he decided to get out of retirement,
Oh, maybe that's why he went into retirement, because of this.
Yeah.
He was going to film these things.
Yeah. I'm going to do real space movies now.
Yeah.
And due to the plasma building up on the exterior of the vehicle, we're unable to communicate or send commands.
Oh, there you go.
It's fully autonomous. It is steering itself.
That's the other cool thing that was kind of crazy. Well, it's not crazy because you don't want your astronauts to be all toasty and cooked inside of the Crew Dragon. But it's not. It's using the parachutes instead of the engines that it was designed to use to land. It'll be nice to see if SpaceX can get that together and actually have this thing land using its own rockets.
Also, they're not using the rockets this time out?
No, they're just it's going old school, so it's going to actually land using parachutes, 2 sets of parachutes.
Oh, and they're landing on a deck, or they're just going to splash down then?
They're going to splash down.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally they would land on a deck with rockets, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know what happened? Was it when they did the hopper down in Boca Chica? They were also testing one of the Crew Dragon capsules, and it blew up because of the engines. So
that's reassuring.
Mm-hmm. Chris says, "Hey, just weird. He was active duty military 8 years. There you go. Resembled nothing he had ever seen."
Doug, looking good, and you can expect an automated chute deployment.
All right, really good news there. We have come out of the blackout period.
That was quick.
Established connection with Dragon Endeavor with NASA.
So they already got through the 6-minute period?
Yeah, they're done.
Damn.
These guys are in a rush. They got to get back, get some McDonald's.
Oh shit.
Get back to fast food instead of eating that MREs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Chris. Haven't seen Chris in a while. What's up, Chris? Nice that you've joined out there on the other side of the pond.
A GPS has converged.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this. This is like everyone's watching it, right? No matter where you are, if you have an interest in space, you are watching these 2 guys re-enter. And I could just imagine Elon probably right now, he probably looks a little like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in the green room getting toasted, trying to calm his nerves.
He is totally just. Hey, there you go.
Ooh.
Check that out, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
The first view from the WB-57 airplane. It is dipping in and out a little bit. This is going to be an infrared camera showing us Dragon re-entering. We have that comm back with Bob and Doug.
Oh, that's right. We're at 1:43 p.m. Central Time. It's just a few minutes left.
3 GPS units that
Chuck Bam just says this is all bullshit. Chuck. Oh God, Chuck Bam.
I think Chuck wants his own rocket ride.
He does. He does. I mean, who would sign up for that? I would sign up for it, to be honest.
We're standing by.
Yeah, dude. I'm terrified of heights. I don't like plane rides, but knowing everything that could go wrong, dude, it's fucking space, man. Like how the opportunity to get in and float around just for a little while, that's too cool.
Yeah, that is just an amazing thing. And really, I like that so many different companies are willing to, do things like that freaking space balloon and Virgin Galactic.
Well, we're running out of space, man. Here we got, it's something new. It's an enterprise that's basically untapped. You've got everything. You've got tourism, sightseeing. Dude, who wouldn't like to at least do a couple orbits around the planet just to say, yeah, I've been in space. That's fucking cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, but Chuck Bam says space tourism is a psyop. I'd sign up for that. Chuck is funny.
Send you to Mars with a 17-incher.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That'll take care of any natives there. Mike Ball, would you sign up for a trip to Mars? I would.
Shit, we got parachutes already.
Yeah, look at this. So this is the first set of parachutes. It's going to be another one that's going to be a lot bigger.
Parachutes deployed. Dragon under drogues. Drogue descent rate nominal.
Geez, it feels like we've taken a step back into the 60s.
Almost. It's that level of excitement is, it's almost, because that was nuts back in the day.
Chris says he would love to float back into space to take the weight off his nutsack.
Well, if you've got elephantitis, man, I can see how that would be a great use for a while.
A good relief. Yeah. Good call, Chris. We'll have to bring that up next time.
You just have to worry about him floating, knocking stuff, hitting switches and shit with balls.
So at this point, the main parachutes have deployed.
There you go, main parachutes.
Inflating, as you can see there on your screen, continuing to slow Dragon down significantly. We are anticipating splashdown in just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Nice.
We've already slowed the vehicle down to about 16 miles an hour. It's already less.
That is amazing.
Damn.
History in the making.
No.
Main chute descent rate nominal, passing through 700 meters.
At this point, right now, Elon should be in Boca Chica getting the SN5 ready to go.
He's getting ready to crack a bottle of champagne at this point, I bet.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he is.
Should be approximately a minute 30 from splashdown.
Let's see it.
Nice.
Mission control team here in Hawthorne has reported the precise landing coordinates to the recovery team. They are standing by, ready to go get our space dads.
Space dads. That's not my daddy.
Space dads?
That's what she's been calling them the whole time. 6 hours of broadcasting.
Okay.
She needs a DNA test.
Damn. Bring her space daddy back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one of them's got to have 17.
Damn. Must be.
1 minute till splashdown.
You know, you'd think you'd have like constant video with all the technology that's in space right now. All that space junk, it's got to have cameras.
Yeah, inside the cabin and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Well, we already know that there's cameras inside the cabin. We've seen them a bunch of times already.
You should be able to see the Gulf of Mexico here in the shot just momentarily.
Okay, well, the Gulf is old news. Let's see the inside. I want to see the splashdown, how they react to that. There you go.
Oh.
Nice.
You already got some heads going out there on the way, man.
Yeah, they are. They're on it.
Nice.
Bob and Doug have returned.
SpaceX copies and concurs. We see splashdown and mains cut.
Dragon Endeavour has returned home. NASA astronauts Bob and Doug.
We have to make sure it floats.
Welcome back to
Wouldn't that suck?
Yeah. That was Gus Grissom back in the old Mercury project when his hatch blew. There was a big controversy whether he pulled the hatch open or the hatch blew accidentally and the capsule went down.
Yeah, that would be horrific. But look how tall it is, sticking right out the water. That's crazy. Chuck Bam says that's a real boat. It's driving off into a blue screen, a green screen.
No, Chuck, the capsule's real, the boat's fake.
Yeah. Go on, Chuck.
So great news all around there. Our space dads are back on Earth after a 19-hour
space dads.
Space dads, yes. And actually, they're saying the next mission is going to happen in September. So they're not playing around with the Crew Dragon.
Well, their whole point is rapid turnaround and relaunch, right? They got to prove it.
As it sits there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, nice.
Inside the capsule, Bob and Doug looking good.
I don't see Bob or Doug. What's she talking about?
I see a couple fingers and part of a head.
Yeah. She's just happy. Her space daddies are back.
Yeah. Daddy's coming home.
3.1, stable 1. Good news. Stable 1, essentially. They're upright in the water. Stable 2.
Go get the immigrants.
Or even upside down, but Dragon does have a water ballast system to keep it upright, where it's able to essentially pump seawater into bladders.
You don't need a passport to go into space, do you? I mean,
eventually you will, right?
Sooner or later.
Yeah, sooner or later, space tourism, you're going to need something to get up there.
48 a.m. Pacific.
Because they don't need no COVID-45 up there. So you got to go through something.
Yeah. And the recovery ops, they've already begun. We already see the fast boats starting to move in. We're still maintaining that good communication back with Bob and Doug and the team here in Hawthorne.
Why can't we hear it?
Pretty soon we should be getting
Doug and Dave
for them to move in, begin their hypergol sniffs, and begin wrangling.
They left Bob behind. It's Dave in there.
Inside the capsule, back on planet Earth.
Yeah, those fast boats will be moving in to do a couple of things. They'll be performing what's known as a sniffer test. That's essentially to ensure that the air around the vehicle doesn't have any toxic fumes from the hypergolic propellants on board. So once we get the all clear from there, the water recovery lead will give the go for approach, and that's when the first fast boat will actually approach the capsule. Hopefully give a little wave to Bob and Doug through the window. And one of the team members will actually climb on top of Crew Dragon and begin to place the rigging equipment necessary to hoist Dragon out of the water.
There you go. Amazing view. Chris says one day you'll need a chip to get into Walmart. According to Elon Musk, probably.
Bob and Doug re-entering the Earth's atmosphere.
Forget that, man. They're not chipping me.
We heard those were cut automatically as expected.
Chuck Bam says this probably was made last year. He might be right about that.
Standing by.
His whole buildup was all fake.
We're waiting for all these initial checks. Dragon SpaceX com check.
Hey, the Norm.
Just wanted to verify a quick
Hey, Norm.
Fantastic. So what do you think? I guess we'll wait another 8 minutes and see if we see them out there somewhere. After that, if they don't get up in 8 minutes, what the hell? We'll have to wait for the replay.
Well, are they gonna get them out of the capsule and put them onto the boats and then pick the capsule up and haul it back with a helicopter? Or are they gonna haul the whole thing and them back in the helicopter and let them out on the deck of the landing craft?
I don't know, because they actually show the boat that's out there that has the crane to pull the capsule out. I don't know if they get out first or if they get out when they pull the entire thing out the water.
Really good news there to hear that they're feeling good, and they can let the flight surgeons know that.
Connie Churchill says, "Welcome home, Space Dads."
All right, and it sounds like we do have
Space Dads, another great teacher.
on location there.
Who is your space daddy and what does he do?
Yeah,
She's
you got a choice of Bob or Doug or both.
I mean, what is it like right there in the water? What was it like to watch watch them splash down?
Okay, SpaceX copies. We'll be ready for that in just a couple minutes. We should have the go for you in just a moment. Please stand by.
Go, go, go. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Norm says he would wait. He wouldn't want to have a sinking capsule.
Yeah, that's a bad situation.
But it's pretty upright. That thing has not rolled on its side at all.
Yeah, it does look pretty stable. I mean, you could tell that you got some waves out there, and it seems to be coping pretty good.
But it would add a level of excitement.
Yeah. yeah. Not exactly a good excitement, but
Not good, but yeah. At least it's just the Gulf. It's not anywhere where they have like great whites or something like that. So they'll be okay.
Do they have great whites in the Gulf?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that would be amazing if they did. And they have a lot of hammerhead sharks.
Hammerheads, blue or bull sharks, I think too, because they go up the Mississippi.
Dragon capsule.
Bull sharks will eat your ass.
To approach and begin the rigging process. And there on this left-hand side of your screen, we can see that second fast boat come into.
Look at them. These guys are going pretty fast around that thing.
Oh, shit.
Dragon, SpaceX, we are go for recovery personnel to approach.
That's what she said, Norm.
Personnel alongside in just under a minute.
Dragon copies. Thank you.
Well, it's good to see. You know, we were actually a part of this.
Kate just said that first boat's going to go in.
Yeah, this is really cool, man.
Yeah, this is
the big step. This is,
rounding up the parachutes.
you know, this is private industry taking us places that we haven't gone before.
Overhead, looking down, you can see the parachutes in the water, and the second boat start to gather them up.
Yeah, that is amazing.
We'll try one more time real quick. We have NASA's Brandy Dean out with the recovery forces. Brandy, if you can hear me, what was it like to watch this Dragon come down under parachutes?
Oh, it was amazing. I wish everybody could have had my view. It was such beautiful sight. It was a gorgeous day. The water is calm. Really the best weather we could have asked for.
Okay, what's up? Awake Insanity has also joined us. Nice to see you on here.
Hey.
We're able to find early on as the parachutes were deploying. So it was very exciting for everybody who was gathered here.
That's incredible. We actually had some questions from people if you'd be able to hear the sonic boom, and we weren't sure. So I'm really glad you just.
Jeez, I barely understood what the hell she said.
I mean, we talked so much about the weather. You said it looks great. What was it like on the ride out there? Has it just been kind of clear skies and clear seas the whole way?
Well, I can tell you it is. No. It looks great from here.
Yeah.
There are just a kind of a circle of clouds along the horizon, very low. But
Jeez, that's crazy.
we were able to see the parachutes far above.
What in the hell?
All right. Well, we're not getting any views on the boat. So what kind of activity is taking place right now? We're able to see the fast boats approaching the capsule.
So I guess this is their sniffing the capsule point.
To get everything ready.
The boat's also making its way towards the capsule. I can't see it with my rear eyes yet, but we're getting closer. Everybody's been kind of standing by, holding ready position.
Do they call all states? I'm not sure that they even have this thing insured in that manner.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cash. I'm sure they got to have some kind of policy on it.
All right, copy that. Well, we're going to keep watching from here. Thanks for calling in, and thanks for being out there with everybody and getting us these great views. It's really
Chuck Bam wants to know, why isn't this in HD? It's because
get you back in
for all the money they spent getting these guys back, they couldn't afford HD. But I guarantee you, there's probably going to be a pretty nice documentary on this.
So there on your screen, camera view change. That is a view coming to us from Go Navigator, the recovery vessel. The two fast boats are out there getting ready to basically install the rigging equipment required to hoist Dragon out of the water.
And so Go Navigator is the one that has the crane on it. It's supposed to pull it out of the water. So
maybe that's the big one you see kind of creeping up in the back.
Well, she said the A2, that's the camera from the back of the from the Navigator itself.
Oh, okay.
So they're still quite a ways behind it.
Install the rigging, like I mentioned. That particular team member is highly experienced and highly trained. As you can imagine, climbing on top of an oddly shaped thing in the ocean could be a little tricky. So this person has undergone hours and hours of training and certification in order to perform this very important task. They're on the right.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Imagine you hook that stuff up incorrectly, and there it goes to the bottom of the Gulf.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, here's a wrench. Go put this thing up there real quick.
To approach Dragon after splashdown. Again, that was just to make sure that there weren't any toxic vapors in the air. And now that they got the all clear,
Wake Insanity responded to Chuck Bam and said there's no HD because you would see too much.
Even though the camera's a little shaky, that water looks super, super duper smooth, almost like glass, which is certainly ideal for a water recovery like today.
Yeah, got to remember that this is a view from the main recovery vessel, which was still a few miles away from the splashdown.
Against SpaceX, we have hyperball sweeps and unfired ordnance checks. Nominal rigor is on board the vehicle. About 2-5 minutes until capsule lift.
2 to 5 minutes until capsule lift. We'll stick around until the capsule gets lifted, and then we're going to call it quits. Just want to see how crazy this is gonna turn out.
Those hypergolic vapor tests came out positive, or rather negative, which is a positive thing. So the team was able to approach, and now the crew member that is installing the rigging is on top of the capsule. It's difficult to see there because
Norm says that's 17 for sure.
The primary recovery ship is a little
It sure is, no doubt about it.
It's just a mere 2.5 minutes until they will be hoisted out of the water. I'm sorry, 25 minutes, not 2.5.
She lied to us. Oh, you've lost your mind, lady. You're fired.
Been hearing that.
All worried about her space daddies and
Jeez
losing track of
Louise.
time.
Damn it, woman. What are you doing?
Buoys attached to both drogues.
That's
Two of
ridiculous.
the 4 mains and already had eyes on the other 2, so they're moving through that work pretty quickly. Again, their primary responsibility getting those parachutes together. The drogues detaching from the spacecraft right before the deployment of the mains. The mains automatically detaching immediately as Dragon detected splashdown. All of that.
Well, there you go. 25 minutes. Jeez, people. Gotta get these guys out of there a little quicker. Mike Ball says she's fired. She is. She needs to be. Actually, she's been goofing up the whole 5 hours. It's been incredible, the stuff that she's been saying and going back and correcting herself. She's got to be new to this. She's got to be new.
If the winds were stronger,
We'll see if she's around for the next launch.
Yeah, no kidding. They might move her over to Boca Chica instead.
Yeah.
Dragging parachutes. So definitely want to avoid that. So that's one of the few buttons that are hardwired into the cabin for the crew.
Hardwire. Well, folks, I guess we'll go ahead and end it because 25 minutes is just too long. Hold on a second. What do you say here?
Expecting about 20 minutes For the
Yeah,
the main
this
recovery
lady here
vessel,
is not watching the words.
Dragon
She's gone off the script a few times already because she's excited about her daddy's coming back. So I don't know. She might have to go.
To begin to pull Dragon up out of the water.
Chris says I should be the main commentator for the NASA feeds. Listen, I would love to do that, but we're gonna do this. I think this was fun, just to sit here with Green Man, and maybe some of the other guys can join the next time we have something going on, and we'll do our own commentating. Because for fuck's sake, some of their stuff is so dry, and nobody cares about that shit.
Yeah, yeah. And dude, these streams are hours long, man. They need a little more personality to keep people watching.
Yeah, no kidding. They started what, 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago? Yeah.
And so if you think back to when we saw Bob and Doug while they were still on orbit and during the
yeah, then I would know too much. I don't need to know much of anything, to be honest.
On their backs, 40-degree position.
We need to know all.
They were looking up at the top of Dragon capsule, like their stomachs were facing the top nose cone there. At this point, the seats would have rotated, so they're in a little bit more of an upright position. That's done to ensure that.
Oh shit! They've got reclining seats on that thing too.
Oh, it's nice. It's really nice looking
Nice.
seats. Very fancy.
Hurt them. So at this point, they are not really laying on their backs in the ocean. They are seated upright a little bit, which would allow them to have a.
They're more in a probing position.
Of the install the rigging equipment.
Install the probing equipment. Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Green Man, thank you for being part of this. This was pretty cool.
Man. Thanks for having me, Manny.
Yeah, this is exciting. Guys, thank you for watching with us. The next time that we have another event, we will be here. Can't she shut up? Do you hear her? What is wrong with her? She's still talking. Jesus, Louise.
Finally quiet for me.
Oh my God. Anyway, everyone, thanks for joining. Green Man, thank you for being on here. Next time we have another event with SpaceX or NASA, we'll do this again. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
So for the moment, ciao.